Good afternoon, all. Camelback Trading 2724 coming to you this Tuesday afternoon, November 26th. Looking at the last 2 days in the market profile on the SPY ETF, and the bull just continues to gore everything in its sight as we make another new high. As of right now, our all-time high is in the regular session, but as you can see in end period, and we have to 8 o'clock tonight, we may make a new high in the overnight if we take out M's high. We go out with a price probe for the second day in a row. We go out 12 wide. Very quiet volume-wise, but for a quiet day with a tight range, there were numerous opportunities today, which turned out to be very nice. I mean, I took a bunch of them. I shorted B period, made the high, and took it back. I went long calls in D period right before we took out C's high, figuring we were going to pop this little ledge. We did that. That was a nice trade. I faded because once again, we were 6 for 6 wide at the time. I faded G's high, took a put position. That turned out to be a nice trade. I got long in I period. That wasn't anything great. Took a while. And then I just watched M period. But there were some nice opportunities throughout the trading day on both sides. Even though value was higher all day, the fact that once again, with a day and a half left to go in November, we had a chance for a trend day up. We had one set of single prints. It failed. So, yes, being long for all of November would have made you money, but doesn't mean you couldn't take short positions throughout this entire month like I have and did okay with them, because we never had those trend days where it just ripped away from you. We have a lot of wide pox below us. We have a 12, we have a 10, we have a 13 from a while ago. So a lot of things going on. Let's go over destinations. So right now on the upside, there's one and only one, which is 314.28, which is today's high and all-time high, unless we take that out over the next 4 hours. On the downside, we go out with a price probe again. So that's G's high of 314.18. Now, once again, we close below that at 313.19. But unlike a price spike that happens in JK or L, a price probe can only happen in the last half hour, so we won't know to the following day if it's accepted or not. So even though we close a little below it, if we open above it tomorrow, it'll be accepted. So 314.18. Then below that, we're 12 wide at 313.80. Then I'm using L's low as an afternoon pullback low of 313.46. Today's low of 313.06, 11 wide from yesterday at 312.95. Afternoon pullback low 312.83 from yesterday, and 312.68, which was our lowest accepted price. So even though the buyers haven't gotten a lot once we, like yesterday, gap higher, and then we basically trade sideways before we probe. Same thing today. We gapped higher for a second today, but we go higher, trade sideways before we probe. So even though they're not getting a lot of distance, they've defended all these levels that I just gave you on the downside. We couldn't even get below today's opening today at all. We tried an L period. That turned to be they were firmly rejected, the sellers, and we ripped up to a new high. So are the buyers getting tired? Very possible, but there's certainly no sellers anywhere in sight at the moment. Chart-wise, 1.5 days to go in the month. Up, outside month up, holding a monthly gap, right? It's the only monthly gap I know of in the SPY. Weekly, one time framing up, 7.5, well, not 7.5 weeks, but 7 weeks and 2 days. Day and a half to go in this week. See if we can hold on to it. And then the daily, after coming out of a 6-day balance on a gap, we continue to go high today and get some distance away. So right now, I'm tempted to sell it also. Problem is, I think everybody is tempted to short it. And guess what? The market's not going to go down when everybody wants it to go down, right? We've talked about this. And not only that, the market can't go down till it stops going up, right? The best we've been able to do is on the daily lately, right? Balance. And what have we done when we've come out of balance? To the upside, right? Perfect examples here. Gap higher, balance, higher balance, same thing. It's just the same thing over and over again, right? So until you go bull, balance, bear, nothing's going to change. Nothing. So just keep that in mind. I hope you had a good day trading. Have a great night, and we'll speak prior to the opening tomorrow.